Peter, you've mentioned the Gemini effect on various occasions. What is this? Can you talk further about that to us?
The Gemini effect, yeah, it's very, very important in this whole story, the Bacon story, the Shakespeare story, Rosicrucian story. In fact, in all our lives, it's important. And the Gemini, the name means the heavenly twins, and it comes from a Greek myth, and it's about Castor and Pollux. And Pollux is the immortal brother, and Castor is the mortal brother. So it's about an immortal and a mortal. And this is an allegory.
Yes.
It's an allegory. And these brothers, they love each other very much in their brotherly way, and they do lots of things together, mostly good things, but then they come to a wedding and the mortal brother makes a big mistake. You know, he rather fancies the bride and chases after her, and so he gets murdered by the you know, all the bride's family.
Yes.
So he dies, and Pollux is so distressed by this, he goes up to Jupiter, or Zeus, Greek name Zeus, the almighty god, and says, "Oh, look, I'm willing to give up my immortality if only you'll bring my brother back to life."
So it's a
Raise
real
him from
love
death to
story.
life. Real love story, willing to give up everything he is for this. And Zeus looks at this, and you realise he knows about their love and so on. He says, "Well, I can grant you your wish. I will grant you your wish, but because of your love, I will give an extra wish that you can both be mortal and immortal, the mortal immortals, or immortal mortals." So Pollux dies, but he becomes immortal as well, and Castor's raised to life, become immortal. And it goes on like that, and so it's a story that they can both be in incarnation together as mortals, or one can be out of mortality, in immortality, and the other immortality, and guide each other, and they swap around. But actually it's the clue that all of us, if we become in tune with our immortal self, because we all have the immortal, we're all the Gemini,
oh, beautiful.
We are the immortal and the mortal. And if we can, in our mortality, become totally in tune and working in love with our immortal side, the two start to become fused together, as it were. So we become the mortal immortal. And another way of saying that is Son of God, Son of Man. Immortal mortal, what they call Jesus. He was the Gemini in full expression of, I think, of what it means.
This is magnificent. So how does this play out with Shakespeare, for example?
Well, it brings in the idea of polarities, that the mortal and the immortal are so different. There's like two polarities, and you get polarities everywhere in life. We can't be manifest, you see, without polarity. We are top and bottom, for instance, but it's not just top and bottom, it's then everything in between. So as soon as you've got polarity, you've got the Trinity, and left and right, and what's in between, forward and back, what's in between, inside and out, what's in between, immortal and mortal, and what's in between. And it's that magic of the two coming together in the right sort of way. Like in a theatre, you have the actors on the stage, you have the audience, immortal, mortal, if you like, and their reactions between them. If it's real love, it's real coming together, get that spark, spark of light, which is the third thing, and that's the real thing. It's that third. But you can't have the third without the other two. And you have to just play it right. And in a lot of life, we start off with polarities as antagonistic to each other. We don't get on with each other. You know, we have different points of view. We like a person or don't like them, and we determine of our self-will to have what we want, and we're right, and the other person's wrong, and therefore we're going to try and overpower them. And that has to be resolved into a friendship. So the other story it goes with the Gemini is that of Aphrodite and Ares, or Mars, Venus and Mars, another Greek story. And they become lovers for eternity. And they really do love each other. And they have children who are called Harmony, the female child, and Cupid, which is love, the male child. So the harmony and the love comes out of that bringing together the opposites in a loving way.
Yes, right. And this is what we're all working with.
And that's what we're working with. It's what this whole world is about, really.
Yes.
We're here to learn that lesson and bring about that magic third, which is the child.
So we're seeing this played out really at every aspect. If we look around us, we see this duality all around us, and it's there for us to work with.
Very, very much. And it's so
Yeah.
prominent now in the world at the moment. But we have to find this harmony can only come from loving each other in some way.
Yeah.
So we have to find out how to love, and that's the difficult thing. That's what Bacon wanted us to study. So
Yes. And so he put these things in place again to help remind us.
yeah, there should be a proper scientific body set up to study love.
Yes. That's a wonderful note to finish on. Thank you very much, Peter.
Thank you.